The fall of a mentor. Kanan Elijah Stark wasn't always the monster people feared. Once, he was James St. Patrick's mentor, a guide into the drug world, but power changes people. After James betrayed him and had him locked away for a decade, Kanan returned with only one goal in mind: revenge. His eyes were set not just on James, but on everything James had built. But how do you destroy a man who has it all? You start with his heart. A father's wrath. Out of prison and burning with vengeance, Kanan used his own son, Shawn, who worked under James as a pawn. But when Shawn couldn't bring himself to kill James, Kanan didn't just lose a soldier, he saw weakness. Without hesitation, Kanan murdered his own son, proving there was no line he wouldn't cross. Soon after, Kanan was nearly killed in a violent encounter with James. But death didn't take him, and what rose from the ashes was even more dangerous: the unlikely bond. With help from his ruthless cousin Jukebox, Kanan recovered, and a new plan took shape. He targeted James's son, Tariq, as a weapon, but what began as manipulation turned into mentorship. Tariq, angry at his father's lies, bonded with Kanan. The two became close, even as Kanan quietly plotted his endgame. When Jukebox threatened Tariq's life, Kanan made a shocking choice. He killed her to protect the boy. Yet love in the game comes at a price, and Kanan would soon pay it. The making of a monster. Years earlier, Kanan was just a bright kid in South Jamaica with dreams, raised by queenpin Raq Thomas. She tried to steer him right, but the streets called louder. Kanan begged to be part of the business, and Raq eventually gave in. But secrets, lies, and blood hardened him. Eventually, in a burst of rage and betrayal, Kanan pulled the trigger on his own mother. And in that moment, the boy died, and the legend of Kanan Stark was born.